What's up, world? My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron. This message is a response to the lady by the name of Clara Dao. Okay, I think it's Clara Dao. Now, my response to you, I know you say you're being body shamed because you're so skinny, you have no butt, you have no breasts. I know tons of beautiful women out there that are flat chested. It's called the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, by the way, not the Itty Bitty Committee. That's been around for years. Now, just like you, men have been shamed far longer than you women ever have. So, seeing this whole movement going on, I honestly don't think it's anything that's going to be relevant in the next year or two. You women have shamed us men for thousands of years, and I can go back and find a bunch of statements. Now, even in court, us men get treated like crap, and you women get put on the highest pedestal. Us men pay more in child support than 99% of you women. Holly Berry is a perfect example. And look at her, she's big breasted. She's upset because she has to pay child support. Lots of you women want to be independent. But when you're left independent, you don't like it. You want someone to take care of you. But let's go back to this whole body shaming. Look at me, for example. By the way, I used to be a model way back when. I was skinny too. I've gained some weight. As you get a little older, you start to fill in. I am 6 foot tall. I used to weigh 115 pounds. I was a toothpick. Look at me now. Not fat, not super thin. I was body shamed because I have moles. People thought I had an extra nipple. What else? Too skinny. I wear glasses. I look like a dork of 4 eyes. My chest looks like most people's backs. Vice versa. I've heard it all. But you have a platform. You're a model. And what you're doing is just publicizing yourself so you can gain more attention to sell more magazines, sell more photos. Next, you're probably going to have a clothing line. So when I see your videos, the problem is it wasn't just one or two videos. You have a charade of them talking about the same thing. So to me, I don't see that anymore as a, hey guys, I just want to give some awareness out there. No, you're now shaming other people. That's not what this should be about. Yes, you are very attractive. That's nice. But it's what's on the inside that counts most, because when you hit a certain age, all that beauty dies. Your skin starts to get more porous, wrinkly, dried. And we have to add more chemicals to our body to try to stay younger. Or we have to eat more vegetables in our diet. Things change. This can die before all this if you don't use it. I don't care about all this. This can disappear any day. At least this is still sharp. I have common sense and a lot of knowledge. I've lived long enough to understand. I've seen a lot of negativity and a lot of positivity in life. I've seen one group of people act as if they care about other people when in reality they don't. So for all I know, you're like those people who pretend you're on one person's side, but in reality, you're only in it for yourself. Another thing I've been thinking of is, you claim that these people body shame you, but you don't state what they are, if they're an ex-boyfriend, an ex-lover, or a classmate. And for all we know now, you use your platform, since you're popular, to talk to any guy you wish to. So I blame this on you. Since you have the option to choose whatever man you wish to date, you choose those people because you're probably so shallow. You look at this, you look at this, you look at this. Money, cars, where they live, what they're about. That's your fault. If you don't judge a person by the content of their character, then you're a loser. If you only judge people by what they have, what they can be, then yeah, you're a loser. And you deserve everything you get. I myself tried to date women like you back in the days because I was so low, I figured, you know what? Women that are like me, maybe we'll click. Maybe we'll get along. But people like you gave me the shit too. Kicked me to the curb, told me to go fuck off, all these bad things. Do I look back and sit there and go, oh, screw you, bitch? Well, when I was younger, I did. Now that I'm older, women like you are chasing men like me now. And guess what? Now I have the option. I don't need to date women that are shallow. I don't want to. I don't have to. Just like you don't have to date men who are shallow. You have that option. But if you only date people because of, again, what they're about and what they can make, then you're going to get everything you asked for. And you showing off and flashing your $1,650 a month apartment, whoopee. Nice. Cute. Don't really care. Tons of celebrities do shit like that. Now it just goes to show more who you truly are. You're about money. You're about power. You're about trying to do the whole me thing. Okay. Am I hating on you? No. I don't hate because you can make money. I just now know you have a lot of followers out there that are just as narrow-minded as you. But again, you can use that platform for a much better, broader purpose. Who cares if you're thin? Matter of fact, there's people out there that are fat that are going through the same thing. But just because you look skinny doesn't mean you're healthy either. And just because you're fat doesn't mean you're healthy. And just because I am healthy doesn't mean I'm better. Actually, I've even proved to my girlfriend, when she thought I couldn't do something, I lapped her. My ex-wife, I did the same thing. Because I smoke once in a while. She figured I could not jog a mile still. Yeah. I did the mile, had to come back and pick her up. And she was out there gasping for air. Yeah, she can dance all night long, 5 nights a week. But she can't do a mile. Which just goes to show, dancing in place is not the same thing as moving. And just because you live on the 20th floor, if you can't climb those stairs, then you're not healthy. And you're not helping anybody either. Those elevators won't work forever. Just remember that, people. I want everybody to understand some of these things out there. I don't care what you look like on the outside. What do you have here? And what do you have here? Oh, by the way, these tattoos doesn't make me a badass because I have them. No. I don't, by the way, don't get tattoos just to look cool or to fit in with the crew. No, my tattoos actually have meaning. My tattoos are for a reason. Life, we're all given a chance. One chance, maybe 2, maybe 1,000. What are you going to do with that time you have? That's what counts most. Now, if you're only here for the money, that's nice. But seeing how inflation is going with the libtards destroying everything, you're not going to get very far because they're destroying every nickel. I might be getting a little off topic, but I just wanted to point out those key things. So what? You're skinny. Eventually you're going to gain weight. Are you going to make a new video? Eventually you're going to have kids, if you do. And you're going to probably gain some hips, if you do. Now I will let you know one other thing in life unfortunately happens to everyone. Doesn't matter if you're Chinese or European. I'm going to say American, but Americans are mutts 99% of the time. There's not a pure American. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. And just because you look at an American doesn't mean they're white by skin tone. 3 things that happen as we get older. Your feet keep growing. Your ears keep growing. And your nose keeps growing. Skin starts to sag as you hit a certain age. Look at your grandparents. You'll probably see wrinkles and stuff like that, and you'll wonder what happened. Even if you look at Asian people, I have seen quite a few. We don't all look the greatest as we get older. We're not super attractive. We're not super hot. We're just, part of life. So eventually that's going to happen to you too. Your youth will disappear. Do you have this? And do you have this? That's the $1,000,000 question. Again, your money means nothing to me. I've made that and then some. I look at money now today as another step. Because I also see too, when you make a lot of money, people shame you for that as well. Hell, people don't realize this, but I'm half Mexican. All my Mexican friends talked a bunch of smack and said, the reason why you're making so much money is because you're white. Really? I paid for my own college. Nobody paid for it for me. I didn't get government assistance. I didn't use that DACA crap. I didn't use anybody's assistance. I'm a second generation American. I could have gotten a lot of assistance if I asked for it. I chose not to. You want to know why? Because I learned in life, if you can't do it, it won't be done. And if you're going to rely on other people to do things for you, you suck. You're lazy. You're useless. What do I need you around for? If I ask you to pick something up, you should be able to do it. If I ask you to wash the clothes, that should be easy for you. If I tell you to get the tires rotated and balanced, that should be easy to do. Now I know you don't have a balancing machine, but you should be able to rotate the tires. That's not hard to do. Sad part is a lot of people in life don't know how to take care of themselves. Can't cook, too lazy to clean, don't know how to fix a car, basic mechanics, oil change, let's see here, radiator fluid, adding, minimal stuff. Lots of people want to turn their car on and get a brand new one every year, every couple years. What do you think about that, young lady? How would you feel if your boyfriend turned you around, or every one of them turned you around every year or two to get the newer, more recent model? How do you feel about that? Is that something you want? Or is that something you're doing to other guys? See, we don't know the whole truth. Because first of all, we're not even listening to the guy side of the story. I would love to hear the men that you've dated, what they have to say. I mean, for all we know, you guys went on a date. Maybe you made the initiative and asked them to go out. Rule of thumb is if you ask the other person to go on the date with you, you're supposed to pay. Male or female. Now, I know lots of women out there say, oh, it's the man's job to take care of that. Oh, it's an obligation now. Okay, my bad. So if I pay for the meal, what's your job? You should now know, shouldn't you? If you're going to force a guy or put a guy into that situation and tell him he needs to be responsible for this, well, then us men are going to turn it back on you and say, guess what? Now you have to do something for us. Because you told us that's our job. Then if our job is to do this, then guess what your job is now? My ex-wife said that to me one time, that my responsibility is to maintain the vehicles. You know, I turned around and looked at her and said, well, then your job is to clean the house, cook. And if I want something else, you have to do it, because that's the woman's job. Oh, she got so upset. Oh, no, we have rights. We're equal. Okay, then go fix that car. I'll cook and clean. She left. Actually, I feel like $1 billion. And my shoulders feel so much stronger now. I have less weight to carry on my shoulders. Guess where she went? You think she's independent and went and got her own place? Nah. She went back to mommy and daddy. Because she can't carry herself. Because there is no equal rights for her. She wants a man to do everything for her, while she just kicks up her feet and enjoys herself. Parties her little ass off. Well, she's getting older now, unfortunately, and still doing the same thing. That's not my problem. That's hers. Now, to those guys who dated that girl, Clara, I would love to know your side of the story. Because for all I know, maybe she was sweet and giggly and innocent and talkative and the greatest person ever. But when you took her on the date, oh, devil, demon, maybe she talked a bunch of crap about people. Maybe she was rude and disrespectful. Maybe she chews with her mouth open. Maybe she doesn't want a real commitment. Maybe she talks bad about the date she's with. Or maybe she keeps talking about ex-boyfriends. Maybe she's so shallow she has no real conversation. Maybe she's dense. Maybe the guy went out with her for 3 months and still never got lucky. Maybe she made a promise and didn't keep it. Again, there's always two sides to a story, people. Never believe the one. Now, I know you listened to my story about my ex. You're more than welcome to call her. Find her. By the way, I got text messages on my phone. I can prove everything I say. How about that girl and the date she was with? By the way, I also dated a girl a long time ago who, as soon as we broke up, wanted me to delete everything on the account. Photos of us together, all text messages, everything. So I said, okay, no problem. I backed everything up beforehand. And sure enough, she went out and did a lot of this to people, talking a bunch of smack. I laughed. I let it go on for a few months, and then posted a bunch of stuff to her friends and family members, and said, I know you heard this and that about me. This is what really happened. Here's the real context. Here's the real conversation. Here are the real statements. Ooh, they turned on her real fast. She got so pissed. Why'd you do that? I told you to delete all those things. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Now I know. Because she didn't want me to have any evidence against her. No proof. So she can just destroy me and bash me. Women, I've known you since I was a kid. I know guys too. We all lie about certain things. But I learned as I got older, it's not worth lying anymore. You know what's best to do is tell the truth. Like I tell my girlfriend now. I'd rather be the nice guy in the relationship and let you be the asshole. Why? Because later down the road, you might miss me. Or you might realize you had a good thing and you screwed up. I didn't. And then I know in reality too, if you go around telling people bad stuff about me, by all means, feel free. I got a bunch of evidence to prove otherwise. Because for all I know, your friends look at me and think I'm hot. They think I'm a great guy, I'm a good catch. And you're just jealous. Because you probably want the next best thing. Or you're going to get tired of me in 10 seconds. Like the mother of my first 2 kids said, I treated you like shoes and I wanted a new pair. Guess what? She's on her 5th marriage. That's not my problem. That's hers. Now I know, with that woman, we were all a cash cow. Thank God I left a long time ago. But yeah, I did have to pay child support. Thank God I don't have to pay alimony. There are certain things that I'm smart to do, some things I'm dumb, but I learn as I go along. Like I said, I record everything, document everything. I don't trust you as much as you don't trust me. And for all I know, you're lying. I've seen it too many times. Shaming people, you're doing the same thing to other people that they did to you. Do you think that makes you better a person? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Now, there are certain things you want to get people back at, like crime and stuff like that. They screw you over. You have evidence. Here it is. Just remember, those videos you post about being shamed, those guys are probably posting those videos too. And for all I know, you're going onto their links, flagging them or reporting them, and they're never going to be heard again because you believe you're more important. No. Everyone's created equal. Everyone should be treated equal. And if that's what you want, that's what we get. That's what we need. My name is Aaron, also known as AA Ron. Now I'll put up with this nonsense. Sorry this video took so long, and I won't edit it. Late.